Oh yeah, we back here on the Twisted Tea 2, baby, where we come to bring you these Reddits. Now, last night, in case you missed yesterday's episode, we were discussing how a lady felt as though, a wife felt as though she may be overreacting about how her husband speaks about the kids. And those kids were 3 months or 3 to 8 months and 3 years old. So if you want to hear how that went, please feel free to click the video that'll be at the end of this, at the end. Okay? Today, though, since yesterday, we felt as though that husband, he spoke a little bit trashy. That's the nice way to put it, because we found out he was a piece of work. So today, this was just put up last night as I flipped in afterwards, and I was like, wow, it seems to follow the trend of how these guys are speaking to and or about their children. So we have another one asking, are they overreacting or getting upset with how her ex speaks to their 10-year-old daughter? Now, there isn't much behind this. We'll read some of the messages and get into what you think. And we'll get into what I think, and you can go ahead and please leave what you think in the comments below. First off, it says, the FaceTime call that happened after this was way worse. Last time I walked in the room and stuck up for them, I have 2 kids. So this lady has 2 kids. They started yelling and cursing at me, which made it even worse. Yeah, you'll never solve anything talking like that. All right. I'm going to pop this open for you. Okay, text messages is stating, hey, what's up, baby girl? She writes back, what's up? The dad writes, what's up? Not, hi, dad? Question mark. Wow. I mean, she's 10. She writes, I'm saying it because you said what's up. Sorry. Dad writes, You haven't called me in a long time, ... Daughter writes, want to call? Dad writes, don't worry about it. So sad. Daughter writes, oh, okay. Dad writes, I want you to call me Charlie. You have completely disconnected with me, and it's not working for me. You better figure it out, buddy. Oh, yeah. It's like he's in a relationship with his daughter. She writes, okay, I'll call you after dinner. Have to eat now. And to be honest, me personally, I probably wouldn't have texted you back. That's just me. Even as a kid, I could care less. You cut yourself off, you cut yourself off. Ain't no attachments over here. Now, after just reading those messages, right? Before we dive into the comments, I did slide into those comments a little early and found there's a little bit more context to this. And I'm going to go into that in a second. But after reading this, like I just said, it kind of makes it sound like he's in a relationship with his own daughter. Like, you better get it together, figure it out. You haven't called me. You know, the phone works 2 ways. I mean, you took the time out to write, what's up, baby girl? And she wrote, what's up? Because she's like, well, what is up? I want to know. Right? Because she didn't start that conversation. You did. Well, you could have called her. Like, bro, don't be a child about this. They're kids. They're supposed to act like children. You're an adult. You're supposed to act like an adult, even though we know most people don't. All right? I'd honestly move these conversations to family/co-parenting app, something like our Family Wizard co-parenting app or Peaceful co-parenting messaging. Oh, wow. It documents and records all the messages, and if you ever need them for a legal purpose or to show a therapist, then you have them. Behaviors like this also can be admissible in court under psychological abuse. Interesting. And these apps help document it. Again, I don't think that sad because I really don't think most people, when speaking to their kids, understand what they're doing and how they sound, right? Until it's recorded and played back for somebody. A lot of times we speak out in general and don't realize how we sound or what we're saying. So the kids end up taking on all of this and harvesting those feelings, and that's never good. Also, your child needs to have more of your support If you know and are aware of their father's narcissistic behavior, giving so many confusing commands and frightening disappointment and interactions with them must be so confusing and even hurtful to deal with alone. Something as simple as organizing weekly schedules for contact. It's true, right? Like I said, the phone works both ways. You guys can easily be like, okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 o'clock, right? And figure out times for that contact. It's very true. But that app may be helpful for what you're suggesting. Next person writes, she's 10. That's awful. I wouldn't ever put this kind of guilt on my 25-year-old, let alone a 10-year-old. Not all thoughts need to be said out loud. That's true too. And this goes tenfold when you're talking about an actual child. That's a valid point right there. And I'm glad to hear that that's your ex and not your partner. I'm sorry for your kids and that they have to put up with them and that garbage that they have for their own father. It's true, right? And it might be just some stuff that he's experienced from his past on how the father's dealt with things, and it could be done a lot better. And it's not working for me. Figure it out, buddy. Weird. Yeah, it is weird. Phrases that are unnecessary. It is unnecessary. All he had to say was he missed her. I don't know. I mean, again, like I just said, the phone works two ways. So for the fact of him to get on the phone and pitch it like this, there's a problem. It's so argumentative and guilting through the whole interaction. Also, she's a child. Why does she need to be the one to call him and boost his ego? Good point. What's wrong with him calling her and seeing how she's doing and making sure that she knows she's loved? Instead, he texts and lays blame of lack of communication with her. He's an adult. Pick up the phone and call. Agreed. 100%. I'm just going to look to see where dog sounds like a mafia boss during a shakedown. You better figure it out, buddy. It's crazy the way that he's speaking to the child. You're absolutely right. He is a piece of shit. And the calls court mandated. Oh, are the calls court mandated? If not, I wouldn't bother with continuing to expose the kids and honestly yourself to this behavior. Future, you do make a good point. He does sound like a narcissist. Listen, he sounds like he needs constant validation in his life too. Okay? He sounds like this actually breaks my heart for your daughter. She should not grow up thinking it's okay for men to speak to her this way. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. All right? Because coming from her own father, like, come on. You're supposed to be better than that. She asked him if he wanted to call, and he replied, don't worry about it. Like a 10-year-old supposed to understand the mind games. It's true. That's real childish on his part. Seems like he needs to lose texting privileges to the kids. So, he wants a call. Then he does not want a call. He wants your kids to chase after him. It'll feed his ego. It's true. It's right back to it. Unfortunately, what we learned in this is this dad is a piece of pile of work. A big piece of crap, a doula. It sounds like a clueless guy talking to women that he's dating that's pulling away from him and breaking up. That's what I was saying. Like, strange relationships to have with your child. I mean, I guess it's a good thing you got away when you did. How old are the children? Your ex sounds like a massive douche. Empowered your children to be able to politely and firmly push back. He is trying to play the victim and dictator all in one. For example, when your ex says you haven't called in a long time, he would respond with, I'm waiting for you. He would respond with, I'm waiting for you to call me, Daddy. I think the family therapist would help for your children so that they learn how not to fall victim to manipulation and his insults. It's true. Let me see. Lost policy. I'm trying to see because I know I saw where she had stated some more earlier when I was flipping, but I mean gave a little bit more context to this. But I'm not seeing it right now. He needs to be blocked from your children's devices. All communication is to go through any phone. Any inappropriate communication will be filtered out of from your children. Yo, it's true. Look, at the end of the day, if he's not going to learn to fix himself in how he chats with your children, your best bet is to keep it moving, right? And let them kids know that you don't deserve to be talked to in that manner and what he's looking for out of it, okay? We're going to dive into another one. Let's see. I think we did that one yesterday. It was 15 days ago. Am I overreacting? My sister won't allow me to babysit to get a babysitter for my daughter during her wedding and insist my husband has to do it. Oh, that's interesting.